Hello, everybody. You have now. Isn't that an amazing song? Hi, everybody. I'm Sherry. This is Sherry's Recovery Corner. Thank you so much for joining me today. Welcome. I'm glad you're here, and I'm so happy you found me. Maybe it was for a reason. Uh, I had to share that song. What are you doing? Hey, take this one. I don't want to hear it. I love you, baby. Had to get his phones. But tonight, there was a couple of things I wanted to talk about. And first, man, look at my hair. I all stick out. Look, I'm off work. We good. So, man, stress. I think I talked about getting through stress and sober last time. And to add to that, uh, one of the kittens, little Robbie or little Robin, I named her after a girl after work. Love her to death. She's one of my girls. But somehow the vet said maybe it was from diarrhea, but she had a rectal prolapse. And she's only like almost 4 months old. Cute little girl. Cute little girl. And a rectal prolapse. I took her to the vet on Monday, and the vet said they had sedated her, that they had pushed it back in and stitched her up. But she was sedated, so she did have to spend a night at the vet. I picked her up yesterday after work, um, over $200 later. It took all of our money. And I got home from work. I think it was about 4 o'clock after getting her. Getting home, it was about 4 o'clock. At about 7:30, I had been, up until that time, I had been checking on her, make sure she's doing okay. She was playing with her little brothers and sisters. She was like nothing was wrong. And then about 7:30, I go in, or we go in, and I just take a quick peek at her and noticed she had prolapsed again. Poor little thing. I don't, so I wasn't able to sleep a whole lot last night because it's, if any of y'all have ever seen that happen on a pet, or I think it can happen to humans too. I don't know. But if that is the saddest thing, their insides just come out, and it is the saddest. She look, even though she was still playing around like nothing was wrong. And I was just like, "Oh my goodness, how can she be doing this?" Like her body is hanging out of her booty, but she kept playing. Well, as soon as it happened, I had messaged my manager and told her, because and they had already knew that the baby was in the hospital, little Robbie. And so I immediately messaged her and let her know, "Hey, little Robbie prolapsed again. The vet don't open till 7:30. I'm gonna have to take her in. Is it possible for me to come in and open? Because I had to be to work at like 4:15, y'all. 4:20 at the latest. Hey, perfect time, by the way." But I said, "I can come in and open, but is it possible for me to take my break to come home, wrangle her up into the carrier? Because that's, so fun getting a cat in a carrier." Fortunately, she's little, so it's not too difficult. Besides, she was sleeping. She had slept in the bed at my feet all night long. And I think that may be why I didn't sleep very well, because I was worried about her. She was right there at my feet, and bless her little heart. But I said, "Let me wrangle her up, get her to the vet at 7:30, and then as soon as I get done, I'm coming back. I can't afford to miss work. I will be back. This poor thing has taken all of our money. We didn't know what to do." Last night, we were crying. We honestly did not know what to do because we were out of money to fix her, and didn't know what the vet was going to say, if he was going to be able to do anything. So go to work this morning and I leave about 7 o'clock. Come get her up to the vet. And I was already crying by the time because I'd been crying off and on all night long and this morning. And so I get in there and she asked what was wrong, the receptionist. And I told her, I said, well, when we got home, I said, she got out of her kennel. I said, I had noticed a couple little stitches hanging, it looked kind of loose, but everything was in. So I figured everything was okay. She was fine. She was playing. She was fine. And said, we've been keeping a close eye on her. And we go to look at her about 7:30 and she had prolapsed. It come all back out again. I said, and I was crying. I said, we don't have any more money. It has already cost, just over $200. You know, we don't know what to do. We were willing to surrender her, if we needed to, because honestly, she is one of the kittens we were wanting to rehome. And there's a couple other kittens too that we want to rehome. So we do need to rehome them. I said, I don't know what to do. We don't, she understood. She said, well, let me talk to the vet. I'm not sure if he'll be able to push it back in like he did, but let me talk to him. She said, what time do you get off of work? Because I told her, I was just on my lunch break from work. I told her, between 2 and 3. She said, call me when you get done and we'll see what he says. Okay. So all day at work, I'm stressing, stressing, stressing. I get off, call, and I actually had talked to the vet at that point. And he asked, when we had noticed it, and I told him, over the weekend, I think it was on Saturday. I can't remember if it was like early evening or later, but regardless, I said, and I brought her in Monday morning. I said she stayed the night, and then I brought her home yesterday, and then this is when this re-happened again. And he said, I understand there's a monetary constraint. However, I can't keep doing this. If she bit what he said he assumed anyway. She had bit her stitches to where she took the stitches out herself. Little stinker butt, I tell you. But she took the stitches out. He said, this is no way for her to live, and I can't keep doing it for free. And I was already tearing up at that point, and I started crying. I said, yes, sir, you are absolutely correct. I appreciate it so much. I said, what about if she has a cone on? Would a cone be a good idea? And he said, yeah, absolutely. A cone would be perfect. So I come in the house because we have cones from where we got the big girls fixed. Where we got Pootie and them fixed. Oh, wrong one. Let's see. I told him, I said, well, I have a cone at home. I will bring that. I said, is she coming home today or what? And he said, no, she's sedated right now. And this was just earlier today. She's sedated right now. So, call tomorrow and we'll see how she's doing. I said, okay. I said, well, I will bring the cone with me to, help her for her. And he said, okay, great. So I have the cone, but you know what? She's only like 3 months old. I do not know if this is so big. I don't know if I can make it any smaller. I know I can with the gauze that they have. I know I can do with that. Make it. I just hope we can make it tight enough where this little stinker can't chew her stitches because man, I don't want to keep doing that. I hope this will work. And she's just gonna, as sad as it is, she's gonna have to keep this on. Hopefully, if y'all can see that. Let's see. Hopefully that'll be good for her. I hope. Oh, we can make it a little smaller. I can tighten it really tight if I need to. Because, like I said, she's only like almost 4 months old. And she's a little girl. She's a pretty little black cat. She got a couple little white spots on her. She's so cute. So hopefully this will work. I really hope and pray this will work because we do not have any pet stores within a 30-minute radius, and I may see what I can find tomorrow. We're kind of new to town, so I mean, we've lived here for a year, but I still don't know where stuff kind of is. So I'll check and see. I don't know if Tractor Supply would have one, but we are going to try to find hopefully a smaller collar or cone, or they call them e-collars, Elizabethan collars. Poor little thing. Poor little thing. She is going to absolutely hate that, y'all. She's going to be miserable. I already know. I already know. I already know. Thank you guys. I'm so glad you're here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Um, we're on a path to becoming a recovery coach, and I somebody had commented on a video that I put up within the last couple days about, put your put your drop the sober dates, because I love seeing people on their recovery journey, how far they are. And somebody put on there, let's break the internet with sobriety. And that struck a chord with me. So officially, I want to see the hashtag break the internet with sobriety. Please, let's spread it loud all over the world. Hashtag break the internet with sobriety. I think that is such an amazing hashtag. I know they still have the We Do Recover, Recovery is Possible, Recovering Addict, because I use those. That's what this channel is for. Recovery, addiction. I'm a recovering addict. I'll be a recovering addict for the rest of my life. But we're strong. We feel the feelings, we talk it out on here, and this platform has become such a tool for me to stay even stronger. The thought to be able to help, oh, excuse me, get choked up. The thought to be able to help somebody that's struggling in addiction or struggling with recovery, man, it warms my heart to the core, y'all. Like, oh my goodness. Um, so many things. Like, I'm so grateful for so much. And of course, my sobriety and being in recovery, they're way up there. I promise you that. Another thing I'm grateful for, my kids. When I was in active addiction, I pushed my kids away. I did not want them to see me like that. They, when I lost my mama and I went down, spiraled, I did not want them to see me like that. I asked their daddy, can they please come stay with you? I'm not in a good space. I just, I need some time. And it may have taken a while. Honestly, it did. And then earlier this year, when I reached out to the kids and wanted to rebuild those relationships, one of the first questions they asked me was, why did you wait so long? I waited almost, it was just over 4 years. I mean, not to say I didn't have no communication. I did have communication with my kids, but it was very sparse. I was nervous. I was still standoffish, I guess is the way you could describe it, because as I told them, I did not want to let you guys down again. I waited because I wanted to make sure I was strong in my recovery. And I am. I'm stronger than ever. Hubby is stronger than ever. Like that man, he don't do nothing. He on the short leash. Remember, we told the PO. Um, uh, which I couldn't be prouder of him. And we are. So, I mean, buying a house last year, like that takes hard work, and faith and hope and, I mean, so much to be able to be a first time home buyer, but we did it. Um, and we are doing it. Yeah, money is tight. We survive. God has carried us so far. Last night, after Robbie prolapsed again, the hubby simply asked me, "Is everything going to be okay?" And from the bottom of my heart, deep down, my whole heart, I know everything is going to be okay. It's all going to work out the way it's supposed to. Everything happens for a reason. Thank y'all so much for sharing your sober dates. It's such an inspiration to keep me going on the path that I'm going. And I hope you come along with that. It means so much to see all the positive encouragement, caring, understanding. Like, there is so much in the people that I have come to connect with on here and on TikTok. It's amazing to me. It, it's honestly amazing. I couldn't be more grateful for y'all because you're my ears. You guys are my I got my ears here, but you guys are my ears. I could let you borrow them if you want. Just play. But it really helps being able to talk and interact with people on, I guess, somewhat the same page. I don't, I'm sure our lives are different completely. Not everybody lives the same life. However, as a recovering addict, there's still a connection between person to person. Even if you're at two ends of the what is it? The word has escaped my brain. Opposite ends of, okay, this is what I'm trying to describe. We got blue collar, white collar, and then the blue collar is the working class, aren't they? Because they wear the blue work shirts. Okay, so we got blue collar, we got white collar, and then there's, of course, the people in poverty. But still, we all, addict, we are still connected with that. The triggers are the same. Uh, it doesn't matter where you come from. It's addiction is addiction, and recovery is recovery. Sorry, I get to yapping and I get parched. Don't forget, hashtag break the internet with sobriety. And like, share, and subscribe. Sherry's Recovery Corner here on YouTube. Well, folks, I just wanted to touch on that for a few moments. Thank you so much for your time. It means so much to me that y'all share your precious time with me. Like, you can't get time back. Time is so precious. And just giving me a few moments of your time means everything. I really appreciate it. But don't forget, make somebody smile. I'm going to hop off here. I'm so tired. And the hubby did give me a spicy piece of a cookie. And it's making my eyes so heavy. Being up at 2 o'clock this morning, working all day, bringing the kitten to the vet, not sleeping very well the night before, I'm exhausted. but I did want to hop on here for a moment and share a few words with y'all. I really appreciate you so much. Initially, earlier today, when I was talking about going live, I was thinking of doing a fundraiser for little Robin. However, as long as the vet is not asking for any more money, we are okay. I did not, I didn't want to have to give her up. I mean, she's such a sweet little girl, honestly. She fits right in with the babies. I mean, we can't have kids. I mean, we have kids. We have 5 kids between the two of us. However, they're grown. The youngest one is 18. He's a senior this year, starting his senior year. And so where we can't have babies no more, the fur babies have become our babies. And like Pootie Pie, I think I just heard her wanting to come back here. Give me just a second. Let me see if she's coming back. Oh, no. No, nothing. I thought it was Pootie. Nope, no Pootie. Um, Thank you guys so much once again. Don't forget, make somebody smile today. It could mean the world to them. You never know what they may be going through. We could never walk in their shoes. And I'm not big on throwing cash apps or, whatever. However, we would really like to make the channel grow. To be able to help people out there, and just there's so much we want to do in the studio here, or the studio that we're creating here. I want to be able to paint. I think I mentioned that on the last live or video. I want to be able to paint. Um, I think I might move one of the trees back in here. They were originally back here during the winter time. I think I might want to bring one back in from outside. I don't know yet. I'm not sure about that yet. Or at least get another plant. There are several things that we would like to do for the studio here. We would like to upgrade equipment so we can do some reactions to some videos, like, because we have a laptop, but well, I don't even know if it's considered a laptop. It's a Chromebook. Is that considered a laptop? I am so technology. I repel technology, y'all. I really do. It's astonishing that I can get on here and be able to set up the StreamYard enough to do this. So I need better stuff that is easier to work and where I can have the programs like the StreamYard, and because this is on my phone right now. We're doing all this on my phone. And so if we were able to get a laptop to do some better content, I would be so thrilled. We do have a GoPro. That's what it's called. We have a GoPro back here, and we're not exactly sure how to use it. And we tried to hook it to the Chromebook that we have, and there was something not compatible, I think is what it was. We couldn't get it working. So that's why we use the phone. But if y'all are inclined to help with the channel grow, I've included my hashtag, or my hashtag break the internet with sobriety, my cash tag for Cash App. If by chance you feel so inclined, you don't have to. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you liking the videos. I appreciate you sharing the videos. I appreciate you subscribing to the channel. It means so much to me. However, we will get better. I promise you. We starting out. We only a few months in. If you are inclined to donate to help the channel grow, that would be amazing. Thank you guys once again. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Like, seriously, we can't get time back. we can't get time back. And thank you for sharing the last 30 minutes with me. It means the world to me. Don't forget, look, there, look, I learned how to do that. Hashtag break the internet with sobriety, folks. Y'all, I want to see this. I want to see it everywhere. It would be so amazing if we could actually break the internet with sobriety. That would be amazing. Amazing. My heart, oh man, it would probably give me a heart attack. I ain't even gonna lie. I wouldn't know what to do with myself. I would not know what to do with myself if y'all surprised me and actually broke the internet with sobriety. I wouldn't know what to do with myself. But thank you guys so much. I'm gonna get off here. It's been a super, super, super long day, and we're still not quite out of the woods with Robbie yet. I'll update you tomorrow. See what happens with her. Hopefully, she'll get to come home. And if she does, I'll share some little videos or pictures or something like that. I'll definitely share that with y'all. I know over on there is actually a short. You can go onto the channel into the shorts. There is a little short of her watching TV. Hubby caught her just watching TV. She was sitting on the ottoman, literally watching TV. He walked up with the camera and she looked at him real quick and then went right back to watching the TV. It was hilarious. It was so cute. But that's the little fur baby that we're talking about. Her name's Little Robin. Like I named her after my bestie at work. I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. That's my girl. But thank you guys once again. Like, share, and subscribe. I've said that so many times. I feel like a broken record, aren't I? Y'all know what to do. We'll see you on the next one. Hashtag break the internet for sobriety. Y'all have a good night. We'll see you in the next one.